Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Welcome to another episode of Alyssa Therapy. Welcome, my haters, my lovers. You know I am not the one for intros. Let's take a look to see if this works. All right. We're good. We're good. It works. It works. It works. We got some delicious topics to talk about today. So let's get this shit popping. First and foremost, two of them. Attention is a drug and getting old. This is going to be a very interesting one. So let's start off. Don't forget, if you like this video on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button. Trust me, that shit is valuable as fuck right now. I really would appreciate it. Who the hell is this? East. Okay, cool. So, going on to YouTube, I got a couple of different things to say before I even go on. It's a little monologue of mine here. And just to basically say, in this day and age, attention is a drug. It is a drug. I've never really thought of it this way, but you got people, and obviously like today with the Alyssa Therapy episode, you got people that, men react to attention differently than women, we are not about the whole visual thing, you know what I'm saying, and showing off ourselves and stuff like that. What's going on, East? What's going on? I can't see it. What's going on? 2099. Anyway, so the thing is, right? Now I'm starting to see this, right? I'm starting to see that men really likes attention, but in a different particular way, man. Like now men are starting to go and kind of wave and, kiss on the screen on their social media platforms. And, what I mean? Just doing all sorts of weird shit. You can go on TikTok and see that the way that men are actually behaving is more feminine, like at this particular point in time. And women in this particular case, they're doing whatever with attention. You know what I mean? They will do whatever to get attention because women love attention, and that's okay. That's how they function, just like men like sex. I never am stating that men or what that's a bad thing because every gender, which is two, has their own particular, pros and cons and whatnot. Yes, men like sex a lot. It is way more impactful than a woman. We like sex more than women. They may like it for a different reason, but we like it for the whole physical aspect of it. And in terms of attention, women like that shit way more than anything. I think that's like sex to women, to be honest. I think that's honestly like an orgasm to them to get attention. And what's been going on, which is interesting, is that this media is really pushing it's really pushing, that movement of what female empowerment. So slut shaming, all this other shit. It's you'll get all of this shit, right? With the whole slut shaming, you can't slut shame anymore. You can't really criticize women at all. And I get it. I totally understand it. So I'm gonna pull this shit up on YouTube, right? One of the things is that Meg Thee Stallion, which, by the way, somebody kind of put this shit out there. A stallion, isn't that like a male horse? Like, isn't that a male horse? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? So, but anyway, I'll put MCU so you guys can see this shit. So apparently she is in the MCU. I think you guys already seen it, but I want you to take a look at this shit. Now, does anybody understand, right? And you probably, is this muted? No, let me mute this. My bad. I want you guys to understand this shit, right? There are a lot of women that say that they don't want to be objectified at all, right? And you can see this on YouTube. It's actually playing on YouTube, so you may not be able to see this. But women say that they don't want to be objectified. They don't want catcalling. As a matter of fact, right, in terms of catcalling, this is what She-Hulk said to Bruce. She says that, you don't know how it feels to be catcalled and shit like that. Do you think this behavior that you see, especially the MCU, right? Do you think that's not making it? It's not proving your case. You know what I mean? Because you're objectifying yourself by twerking, essentially, which is interesting. Is this really female empowerment? Is really the question. Is this shit really female empowerment to twerk? I don't understand. I don't get it. That's always been the thing that I never understood in this case. It's like, okay, I don't want guys looking at me, but I want to do it anytime that I want to do it and get attention. See, when this whole manosphere happened and RP and Kevin Samuels and shit like that start popping off, it really points to a situation, right, where I think men are actually tired of the bait and switch that goes on. I honestly do. I honestly think that it's very... I think we're tired of it. I think we're tired of the attention seeking and thirst traps, and there's nothing to gain from it. I really truthfully believe that that's what's going on, and it's getting worse online because the guys are actually tired of the thirst traps that leads to nowhere, and they're not giving the attention to, the women that are actually providing the thirst traps. They're getting worse and worse. In no circumstances should you be trying to bait people into getting clicks and likes and shit like that. And that's why you're going to start seeing this shit more and more often. There are going to be women that's going to be more aggressive with trying to get attention. You're going to see this shit a lot. You're going to see this shit a lot. Hold on. making sure I was heard. Yeah, you're going to start seeing this a lot. That's why you're starting to see Meg Thee Stallion on MCU, because I believe that the She-Hulk show isn't really doing that well. I believe what ended up happening with the She-Hulk show, right, is that the ratings are starting to drop, and this was a good way of getting the ratings up. You put Meg Thee Stallion; she's extremely popular right now. You know what I mean? You get people twerking, and you're going to get people to like the video. Especially, you got the fucking simps that's going on with this one. Look, do you? But I understand in this. A lot of men are not falling for the okie doke anymore. They're not. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you a couple of different things, especially on YouTube, where this is a problem now. You're starting to see this happen where more and more women are doing more outrageous things to get attention. They can't help themselves because guys are just not following through. There's been an awakening of sorts for guys to be like, I'm not really falling for that shit. Now you got this shit going on, which if you're not on YouTube, I'll explain what I'm seeing here. Make sure I mute this. You have a lot of plus size people, plus size women conducting themselves in an orgy like manner. They're not really, it's not really full on sex, but their actions are. They're twerking, they're humping each other in their pool, you know, they're overweight, they're each other. It literally looks like it's an orgy. It's an orgy. That's what it is. And they're doing anything to get that type of validation at this point in time. The same thing like dating apps are starting to take a plummet too. That's starting to like do a whole swine dive because people are just tired of the bait and switch. You know what I mean? I've actually dealt with something recently. Let me get this out of here. I dealt with something recently, right? Where a girl told me, this is what she told me. She ends up telling me that she did not want a relationship at all. And I'm going to lead into my second topic too, which is growing old. She did not want a relationship. And don't forget, this is a YouTube. I have this running on YouTube as well. It's being recorded and it's presented in a different way. So you're going to see the stuff that I'm talking about on YouTube. But the girl tells me that she literally does not want a relationship. She just wants to have her hot girl summer. She just wants to constantly have sex. And she doesn't want a relationship. Despite the fact that she's 31. You know, she would rather prioritize her job over a relationship. Right? And just, you know, it's just, this is what we get. This is what we get here. We got this going on where people are just doing anything for attention, and it's usually sexually charged. So remember what I told you earlier in this podcast, right? Where the girls are noticing that guys are just not fucking dealing with regular thirst traps, right? And so because we're not giving them the same license as what they've gotten before, you get this type of shit. When is this acceptable in public? You got a girl with her tricep rope tool. She's acting like she's jerking it off. She's on like the leg press thing or the hamstring extensions, and she's like jerking off the handles. She's like riding one of the other machines. She's on her hands and knees. This is what's going on. This is what's going to happen when guys stop giving them attention. This is what's going to happen because I told you before, and I'll say this shit again. Attention is like a fucking drug. And when they start seeing these likes drop, they can't handle that shit. They absolutely can't handle that shit. They don't know what to do when the guys are not paying them any fucking mind. They can't deal with it. It is too much for them to handle. So they just keep getting more and more risque with the shit that they do. This is like, that's not acceptable. This shit is not acceptable. That's not funny to me. It's not. It isn't fucking funny. It isn't funny at all. You know, and like I said, everybody likes attention, but attention hits differently when it comes to women. It's just a whole different ball game when it comes to women. Attention is totally fucking different. You know, back in the day before social media, which I believe social media is the thing that caused this to happen, social media right? Before social media, women had to kind of be out there. They had to have more, proverbial balls, right? And be approached. They had to make sure that they were fit. And now you got a lot of, and like I said, this channel right now, especially this illicit therapy episodes, these illicit therapy episodes, are going to highlight bad behavior across the board. It's just now bad behavior from women it's completely condoned at this point. It's condoned. People want this shit. You know what I'm saying? They excuse this shit when it comes to women. So that's why a lot of the times when I'm posting shit, it's bad behavior for women, you know. But I will say being a simp is just as fucking shitty as being an attention whore, for sure. But where does this lead you? Where is this when you run out of attention, or when there's a better looking chick, that
oh,
is presented,
it's crazy,
right?
because
When there's a better looking chick,
joke
this is what happens.
Being single, and
you do all this attention, and when your like starts to go down, I'm going to post a video right here. You guys can go on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to stop it every so often, right? So you guys can kind of understand what's going on, right?
And, I laugh it off. But I'm 46 years old. And while I'm getting ready for surgery and everything, it dawned on me. Hold on.
So we're going to pause it. So the girl that's in this video is still on TikTok, right? This is also on the Jumbotron.
I'm sorry.
She states that as she's getting surgery, and she's 46 years old, she says it dawns on her. She has no fucking man. No man. Let's listen some more.
That I'm 46 years old, and I don't have a husband to take care of me. I don't have a husband to help me get ready. I'm 46 years old, and I still need my mama to take care of me post-op. I still need my sister, which, whether I had a husband or not, they would be there.
Here, just, waiting for the video to play.
It sucks. Being single and 46 sucks.
She says being single at 46 sucks. It absolutely sucks. That's what she says. When all of the attention is run dry, right? When all of it's run dry, no one's looking for you anymore. You lose your power, right? You lose your power in gathering guys. And some girls, which was funny to me, I didn't even know this shit, but there's some girls out here, right, that would literally turn down a guy just for kicks because they had the power to do so. They had the power to do so. I'm going to turn down a guy because I have the power to turn him down. Doesn't matter what I look like, I'm going to turn him down because guess what? I like that thrill. I like it. I like the thrill of turning down a guy. Some of them are just waiting for guys, the perfect guy that doesn't fucking exist because there's no one that's perfect. And there's a lot of women out here that are low quality. I've realized this. And when I say low quality, I'm not just throwing that out there. I mean, they don't contribute into anything at all within the relationship. We're not talking about cooking or cleaning or doing laundry. We're talking about they can't even provide basic conversation. They can't even take care of themselves. You know? And they're like giant toddlers that want you know what I'm saying? You have to constantly coddle and bring them the fuck up. It's crazy. Some of these girls don't have anything to bring to the table. I can clean my own house. I can wash my own dirty drawers. I can fund everything on my own. I'm a full functioning adult. I don't need you to cook for me. And when you talk about a companion and somebody to kind of disperse, you know, or take the energy that I have, that I built up over the day when I'm dealing with shit at work, somebody that you could talk to, that type of shit, it's insane that they can't even provide that. You got to ask yourself a question, right? If you're looking to be in a relationship, right? This is always the funny thing. What exactly are you looking for? What are you looking for in a relationship? What exactly are you looking for in a relationship? I don't think a lot of men know what they're looking for in a relationship. Is it just a warm body? Is that what it is? Is it sex? Is it just sex? Because I'm going to tell you right now, sex can't just fix everything. Because after you have sex, and you're done with everything, right? What's after that? So you cuddle for like an hour and a half till she falls asleep. She falls asleep, right? Then you get up and you may play your PlayStation or video game. As soon as she hears that fucking beep, she's flipping the fuck out, and now you gotta go back to bed. You can't go to the gym anymore because the gym is too much. The gym is taking time away from her time. Is that what you guys want? Is that what men want nowadays? Absolute shackles, absolute imprisonment. That's how I look at relationships nowadays. And I also don't want a relationship where the girl is completely like, she don't fucking need you either. Nobody wants that. And I don't want a fucking partnership because I don't need your money or anything else that's financial. What about the shit that women brings to the table? Just all women are supposed to bring to the table, which is support. Support me in my endeavors. When I'm starting to fall or break down from holding shit up all the time, give me that encouraging word. You know what I'm saying? To get that extra. Oh yeah. Sex does get old. Give me that encouraging word to keep me going. Tell me everything's gonna be okay. Tell me to look up, you know? Tell me, support me. I don't need your money. I don't need to argue every 4 seconds either. I don't need you to be my fucking prison either. I don't need any of that. What I would be looking for in a girl, right, is somebody that can be a mother to my kids and somebody that can support. Whether you have a part-time job or something, you have to be there for the kids. Just like I will be there for the kids. I'm not trying to have a relationship where a girl and myself is never here for our own fucking kids, except when a kid comes home and basically all you do is give them fucking dinner and send them to fucking bed. I'm not looking for shit like that. I don't like that kind of household. If there's one thing that a woman can do unanimously that's better, is to nurture. A man just doesn't have that type of swag to nurture. And see what's happening with this in this world of independent women is, instead of, because a lot of women love the attention so much and social media gives this attention to them very easily, but it's fleeting until the next big thing happens. Like Nicki Minaj, she has her own like fan base, right? Problem with Nicki Minaj is this: Cardi B came out and ate into her fucking thing, and then fucking Meg Thee Stallion ate into Cardi B shit. So you will be forever trying to chase that fucking attention, and then you have to do more and more risque things. You seen what Britney Spears did recently? She's halfway naked and have how many kids she got? You know what I mean? Just the attention. Attention is like a drug to women. It is like a drug. It is better than sex for women. And so what happens in these particular cases, a woman would do whatever it takes until she can't get attention anymore. When she can't get the attention that she used to get, that's when she starts to wisen the fuck up, right? That's when she's like, oh shit. Oh fuck. I'm gonna need to settle down. And it's shocking because there's more women like this than not. Let's take a look at the thread here. For everybody that's on YouTube, I'll read it out. I'll make sure that this shit is muted. Hold on. Mute that shit. I apologize. So when I go into this thread here, this was very interesting today. That shit made me late. I had things that I wanted to do. I guess this is a simp. He says, after the woman says that at 46 and no man or married sucks. That's what she says, getting old, right? The guy says, this is very sad. I strongly believe that she'll find someone that will make her happy in time. Bitch, you don't have that much time. You don't have that much time. You're almost 50 fucking years old. What time? Oh, it gets better. The guy replies to that dude, it says, yeah, I mean, she isn't bad looking to be 46. I've seen a lot worse. See, the game that she should know now is that every chick is young to somebody. I mean, is a 55-year-old man will think she looks young on Tinder. This is true, especially with makeup. That's deceptive shit. Notice how she tried to make it good men a fault for not being available. She already knew, or she's ready to I don't know what the fuck this dude is saying. Nigga, spell the elderly years to them. No, I didn't catch that part. No, I didn't hear it either. So somebody say this is cliche, right? But you have to date for what you need instead of what you want. Brother, I wish I could like this 1,000 or 1,000,000 times and plaster it on everything. That's the problem with being entitled is. You talk about privilege, women have fuck white privilege. I want that fucking woman privilege. I want woman privilege. Because you can do whatever the fuck you want when you have woman privilege. Somebody says the wall is undefeated, right? Then somebody kind of quotes her, I believe it had a quote. All the good men got married at 20 is what she says. Nah, some of us gave up trying to be with crazy chicks who wanted to play games and shame us for having nothing rather than building something with us. Now we live off the fruits of our own labor and not looking to be tied down to a leech. This is very true. The accountability at the end was nice to hear, but damn, look at what it took for her to realize that dying alone was worse. It was the worst feeling ever. Somebody has the fucking meme where a woman is dodging accountability, right? It's a shame, right? You would feel sorry. I've even chimed in, and then I had somebody to come at me with this shit. So let's read some more. Still not taking full accountability because all the men got married in their 30s is bullshit. I'm not married, for instance, right? She says she wanted to be an independent and didn't need a man in her 20s, 30s, and 40s. And now she's in no man's land, which is fucking true. It's over for her. I think she's implying that when they're all married by the age, she missed the boat by not following suit. No, she's saying both is what she's saying. Women have a ticking clock with it, and when they're told this, they're bitchy about it. Now reality dawns on them, and it's too late. Bet you that when she was younger, she chased away all the good working, hardworking men that had honest, true intentions to build a family with her. This is some tragic shit. It is. Could be worse. She could be pulling alarm bobbit and throwing her husband severed junk out of a moving car for a dog. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I had some shit to chime in with this too, right? And there was a part 2 to this shit too. Like, this shit started getting like a lot of fucking traction. I said this. I would feel sorry. This is the classic case of the grasshopper and the ant, right? You played all hot girl summer without working on yourself. That is therapy. And now you want to be bailed out. No. Absolutely not. See, this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to bail people out for some bullshit like this. It's ridiculous, right? So IR says, I feel sorry, but apparently she's getting a BBL, the quickest way to spell elective surgery. Oh, I didn't even know. See, I'm not even gonna go there. My man Lionel says that, hey, bro, family structure is also breaking down. So a lot of these women might not even have a mom or a sister to take care of them. And life is getting harder too. People may not have the choice but to start making marriage work. And this is fucking true, right? This is absolutely true. This is not tragic. Here's this girl. This right here, this is what ended up happening here. This was very interesting. Here's a girl that is dodging accountability like the Matrix itself, man. She says, laugh my ass off. For real, men tend to do this a lot too. And then they try to go after younger girls and drag them down with them when they are finally ready to settle down, and they have to because of older ladies. Ben figured them out, but it's too late. And she shrugs. Now, let me talk about this shit. What I ended up saying is that men, and I always will preach this shit until I die, men and women are different. We are totally fucking different. We do not function the same motherfucking way. Men have a longer time. Men are supposed to be the providers. Men have a fucking denser bone structure, thicker skin. We last longer in terms of if nothing happens to us. The only thing that kills us is violence or some extra third party shit, right? The problem here is that what women are attracted to is they are attracted to status and being established, right? So women don't give a fuck about looks. They will go after a guy that's 40, 50, 60 years old if they're in their 20s because a guy has the money. This is their hypergamous nature. They can't help themselves by doing this. And a guy will always go after what looks fucking pretty. It's very hard for us to go out with a chick that looks fucked up. It's hard. If you all with all these wrinkles and all this other shit, men don't have to put on makeup, but women do. And women swear up and down that makeup is their face. It's their face. You can't get mad at me. That's not your face. That's not what the fuck you look like underneath the makeup. The thing is, guys like things to be pretty. We like things to be young. We like things to be fertile. Because ultimately what a guy is trying to do is he's trying to fucking pass his genetics. You can't. So when a guy sees a girl that's in her 40s, like for me personally, yo, I would love to have a family at 37 years old, right? I keep my shit out open for everybody to know. At 37 years old, I would love to get married to somebody that's my age. You would think that age equates to maturity, but it doesn't. The problem here, if I meet a girl that's 37 years old or 40 years old, she cannot have kids. And if she does, it puts her life at risk. And if she freezes her eggs, that's $60,000 that she has to do or use to freeze her eggs when she could have settled down 20 years earlier. Fucking biology will tell a girl to start off young. But here's this shame, insults, and the need to be fucking right. Here's this shit. What she's implying is that a man is going after young girls because they are impressionable and that we can't get anybody to fuck else. But here's the thing. Why are young girls that are in their 20s going after ugly old men then? Fucking hell, man. Some of this shit be so outrageous. So fucking Bless was going in on this chick, yo. I don't think I need to read this shit. As much as I like to sit here and say, "Oh man, all women, men do this too." So here's the thing: men do it in a men. It's not the same. See, when a man feels like his freedom is compromised, that's when men run away. And a lot of women want to hold a guy down so they can't go anywhere. A lot of the times too, women misconstrue a guy having sex with them as a guy and you know, as something serious when it typically isn't. A lot of times, I mentioned this shit earlier in this podcast, there's some low quality women here. So that's the biggest fucking problem. So I'm gonna go back here because she was going in and she didn't want to quote me on this shit too. Can I go back here? Okay, I think I can go here. Let me see here. Women have sex when they want. Men get married when they want. I mean, we all fucking. Kevin Sales memes are fucking crazy. All right, so let me go here. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck was I when this shit happened. Because I think if I can't find it here, I think I know where to find it. Yeah, I know where to find it then. And we gotta go to notifications. We gotta go to notification. So this is the craziness, yo. This girl went in and could not deal with the accountability piece at all. So let's go ahead and read this shit before we close out. I figure this is nice. Let's go all the way back. She couldn't stop replying because you know what? It fucking stung her. It stung her. She couldn't deal with it. Look how many replies this girl dealt with, right? There we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. There's a lot to unpack here, man. Holy shit. There's a couple of things I want to kind of point. Oh, can't show this. That's a video game, by the way. That's a video game. I put men and women aren't the same, right? She says, she mimics me, right? Duh, both genders are capable of the predatory. It's more common for men. Where's your statistics, ma'am? Where's your statistics? Not every man is attracted to younger women. True. Okay. And if you as a man go looking for younger women, you're weird as fuck. Why are we weird as fuck? Why are we weird as fuck? That's what I want to know. You don't even have a reason to say that we are weird as fuck for fucking liking younger women. You want to know why we like younger women, Layla? We like younger women because they look better than older women. That's just what it is. Got it. The legal age of consent is 18. So if a guy wanted to go out and fuck, if he's 40, if he wants to fuck with a girl that's 25 years old, are you mad at the system? Because a guy can actually have sex with a 25-year-old at 40, and a woman can't typically do that because men are attracted to what they like visually. She goes on and says, men are predators for dating girls that are younger than them. Well, guess what? Before you were fucking born, I bet you your parents, you were created or conceived when your father is fucking older than your mother. That's how you were brought up on here. You want to know why because a guy can have kids longer or can make kids longer than a woman can. Even nature is saying to go after fucking younger women. That's what nature is saying. Because having a kid takes a toll on the fucking body. So someone says something about it being normal, and she goes, it's normal. It's really not. A 20 and a 50-year-old have nothing. How the fuck do you know this? How you know? How do you know that a 20-year-old and a 50-year-old have nothing in common? Okay, so for me, when I get older, like in my 50s, I will still like anime. If I go to an anime convention, right? And if I meet a 25 years old, guess what? We have that in common. Sorry to break it to you. She goes and says, I don't care if she comes first. Oh, so there's no accountability for the girl that's walking up to the guy, probably looking for a fucking meal ticket. I can make assumptions too, right? That's ruining someone's life. How is it ruining someone's life? Can you explain that, Layla? And the fact that men think it's normal says a lot about how predatory they are. It is. That's how you were conceived. Lionel says this, but some men look better in their older years. Kevin Samuel looked better in his 50s, and this is very true. This is true. The rules don't apply to men that it does to women. Women have an unfair advantage earlier in life, and men have an unfair advantage younger in life. Bless go ahead and says this. He says, no, men are going for younger women. It's true. I literally explained why to you. Men are at the highest sexual market value later in life than women. For women, we value your beauty, your youth, and ability to reproduce. What didn't make sense? You are shaming men into liking older, damaged goods. That's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You want to shame men into like some broken, busted shit. Sorry to bring it. Sorry to bring it to you. Let's see what else she had to say. And honestly, if that's all you value for women, I feel bad for the woman in your life, because those are people that you are that you do on IG. What the fuck are you talking about? The mental gymnastics to be right is insane. And yes, older women do manipulate women. So, all right, it is already known that women manipulate more than men. We have the power to overcome things physically, and women have the power to overcome things mentally. That's been always fucking known. Younger woman, define younger woman. If you're talking about a 25 or 26-year-old woman, I thought you were strong and independent and on record smarter than men. If you're going to college at a rate faster than men or more than men, graduating more than men, how are you getting manipulated by a fucking dude? Jesus Christ. Yeah, older men don't have anything in common. I bet your ass will fuck with an older man, and you probably already have. And because of how belligerent you are and how disagreeable you are, he probably didn't want to keep your ass. You think we don't know? You think popping your little thought pocket is going to make us actually fucking be tricked into taking you on? Absolutely not. Let's see what else you have to say. And honestly, I find it hilarious how dudes like you live in your little world of valuing men and women based off of sex. Who the fuck said that shit? To be honest with you, men and women have little common in general. We have different roles in life, but that's pretty much it. When the rest of us just be living normally, sex doesn't hold value. But we got the MCU and fucking She-Hulk twerking. We didn't make them fucking shits. We didn't make her twerk. We didn't make Meg Thee Stallion twerk. We didn't make Nicki Minaj get those BBLs. We didn't make any of this fucking shit happen. You want to know why? Because you young women wanted attention from men in general. I told you before, attention is like a fucking drug. We didn't make you go out and get these BBLs. You did it to lure men in. Y'all make it about sex. We fucking don't. We only react to your actions. Sex doesn't hold value. It's simply for pleasure and reproducing. Oh, that's all you see? I guess you never had a real relationship then. As long as people are honest and healthy, who cares? See, that's that young mentality. You're missing the point, love. I didn't mean like 5 to 10 year age difference. Shit, even 20, that's normal and reasonable. What else are you talking about? Are you talking about Leonardo DiCaprio? Somebody has mad fucking money. Those girls know exactly what the fuck they're getting into. They just keep going on and following this dude. Who's enabling these women to just fall for Leonardo DiCaprio? Come the fuck on with this bullshit. No accountability and fucking victimhood all day. A lot of men's preference in women stems back to pedophilia. What? Go watch an interview on pedo and they'll tell you why they like children. Innocence? Y'all sick as fuck? We don't want somebody devious and manipulative. I'm going to tell you from my personal experience and what I've seen. Be a lesbian. How about that? You have so much vitriol for men. Be a lesbian. Fuck with your own kind. Fuck with your own kind. It's not about them actually caring about women or being a slight coincidence or even them dying. Laugh my ass off. Men like that get off on power. Oh, women don't get off on power either. Okay, so this is why they can do whatever the fuck they want and then complain about their results. The fact is she's younger and it makes it easy. It makes her easier to control. No, it makes her less disagreeable. That's what it makes her. And to be honest with you, the problem with this shit is there's no baggage. You claim that you're smart. Most women claim that they're smarter than men. This is your own doing. If you're 18 plus, right? That's the law. You have a responsibility. She gonna name herself Elon Musk wife and then like the fucking comments. I think I'm done with this chick. What do women think happens when you dress scantily clad, right? What do you think? What do you think happens? What do you think happens? Look at this. A Nicki Minaj stand. Titties out. What about this? What do you think this does to people? You want to talk about manipulations? What do you think? Like I said before, she's about to be washed up too. Eventually, she's going to get old and she ain't going to get the likes that she has. What do you guys think is going to happen? By doing things like this, by being naked. This is the type of shit, right? This is the type of shit that you guys are saying that you're damaged with. You're damaged because you're doing shit like this and you're getting the results. You dressing naked, halfway naked. This is the result. Even Tupac fucking said this shit. I tried my best, right? To be nice. And the girl broke up with him because he was too nice. You women do not want a stable relationship, nor do you want a guy that is nice. What you girls want is toxicity. That's what you want. You can't trick me otherwise. I hate to say it, but every time you put yourself in these situations for that emotional high. Rihanna is pregnant and she has a fucking vest on with a bra on. This is your role models? Holy shit, yo. You talk about, oh, I don't understand. Men are just making us look like sex objects. You doing it to yourself. You did it. Nobody held a gun to your head and told you to strip to nothing. No one did this. You did it. And you glorify this shit and you worship these girls and call it black magic. I'm over it. I'm over it. Listen, if you like this content, don't forget to follow the YouTube channel, Illicit Therapy. I really appreciate you guys jumping in there. I wanted to get some decent time for this particular subject. I just rolled from the beach and had to put everything together quickly. That's why I was kind of late. But hey, look, if you like the channel, don't forget to like it. I mean, if you like the content, don't forget to like it. I really, really would appreciate it. I would like anybody to challenge me. Hit me up in the fucking DMs. Hit me up in a message. We can have a fucking discussion. If you don't agree with what the fuck I'm saying, we can have that discussion. If that's what it's all about. Let's have that discussion. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace out.